Show. Yeah. What's going on, world? This is your boy, Buddy Ramick, and we are back at it with my host,
Drocdamic, the boy that keeps you laughing all night. How y'all doing out there?
Yes, sir. And this right here is the Funny Business Podcast. Yes, sir. So before we get this interview started, go on ahead and click like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Send us some comments, and if you like something that we said, cut the clip up, share it, put our names in it, tag us so we can go ahead and show you some love with that.
Yes. And if y'all want some even more exclusive content, you can check out our Patreon page. That's Patreon FunnyBidness. Go look us up and shit. Yeah, we got all the behind the scenes exclusives that you don't see here on the YouTube page or on our Instagram or TikTok. So yeah, go holler at us.
Yeah, man, check us out. We got a full house in here today. I mean, you may not see it behind the camera, but
yeah, we got like a live.
It's a packed house in this motherfucker today. You know what I'm saying?
It's looking like an open mic right now.
What's even crazier is where we started. When we first did our first show, we were in a kid's room. Now the kid, that room we were in, is in the room. So look at that. That's a blessing right there. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he's like, y'all the motherfuckers that took over my bed.
Yeah, he already pumped us. You know what I'm saying? It's good, bro. You good. But we got the popcorn lady in the building.
Yes, sir. All y'all popcorn needs and stuff like that, just go hard at the popcorn lady. She the camera's on you, so just let you know, give her a shout out to she.
And this ain't no seasonal shit.
What up? Popcorn baby, popcorn _2022. We got a ton of good flavors and events coming to you guys soon.
Some of them with my man DJ Edison Primo right there. That's not me.
Building.
That's not me right there.
Literally looking like though. Not gonna lie, these niggas is spot on, nigga. I shook both of their hands and say, what's up, buddy? You know what I'm saying? That nigga is spot on, buddy.
That's the official DJ of Funny Bit, the official Funny Business DJ.
Gosh. Yeah. We got everybody in the building. We also got our boy Lamar in the building, the one that's been running this business with us and doing this shit every day with us.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Duke, the captain, up in the building too.
The captain in the building. Hey, he got a big ass camera too, so you know what I'm saying? We are super producing this big thing, all right?
But let's get into it. Last but not least, man, let's get to it. Our exclusive guest tonight, man. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people.
My name is Kxezy, aka Sensei Groovy. Everything I do is a movie, you dig?
I need lines like that. That's fire. All right.
You can tell he's a rapper. You can tell he's a rapper and a poet. That's what we rocking with tonight, man. So we can tell by your introduction that you do the wordplay a lot like that, poetry, rap. What came first?
Actually, poetry.
Yeah,
poetry came first because rapping is essentially poetry.
Facts.
True. That's really what it is. I've been told, even now, since my word scheme, my flow pattern has changed over the years, that it almost sounds like how we're just talking right now. To be honest with you, you almost couldn't really tell because I'm really just flowing with it.
True. Yeah.
Now, okay, so you said you started with poetry first. Was it because you was writing letters to girls? You was trying to...
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Definitely, because, as a young man back in my time, back in
back in what, the early 2000s?
Hey,
he said back 8 months ago.
We ain't gonna put brother's age out. Let him play. He older, brother.
Hey, look, this is what y'all need to know. I may look young, but I got a very old soul.
Hey, there you go.
I grew up in a very old school household, so the way I be talking, I talk like I'm about 50, 60, maybe even 70.
Yeah. Grandma raised them, you know how I go. Big mama, you know how I go.
Raised them right, you dig?
Right.
Yeah, but no, to go back to what you were saying though, pretty much to impress the girls, because back then, girls were very intrigued by men that had some kind of talent, and I looked at it as using wordplay.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, I didn't have no wordplay. My shit was just, do you like me? Yes, no, and always put that maybe box. Ain't no way I'm leaving out this bitch without a maybe.
Passing notes was an art.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more. They can just simply send it.
Yeah, it's a text message now.
Man, if you don't know about passing notes, you can't tell me nothing.
The stretcher, you had to do the stretch.
We can't do the everybody.
Across the room, they act like I had to sharpen a pencil.
There you go.
To drop the note real smooth, like just drop it right next to her foot so she can grab it and be like, so when you go out with me, yes, no, or maybe.
That's right, man. Yeah, most niggas did the yes, no. That's too much confidence. I was a maybe nigga. Just in case.
I gave her
one chick. I had one chick.
It was multiple choice. You only had three.
I had a chick go no and maybe. I was like, bitch, what does that mean? I was like, I got a chance.
Let me try next week, I guess. Let me try again next week.
Hey, persistence is key.
Yeah, that's facts. That is, man. You don't. Yeah.
So okay, you do poetry, you rap. Have you ever done like rap battles, or has always been just making mainstream or just music in general outside of rap?
The main focus was just doing music, but back then, if anyone remembers those beef mixtapes, I know a lot of us probably do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like, all right, to really test your pen, you got to start talking shit.
True.
Start really trying to put words together and be like, oh yeah, this sounds fire. Woo, woo, woo. But realistically, battle rapping, not really my forte, not my cup of tea. But I got homies that also have their own rap battle league that's out here. Free Game podcast. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to Free Game Rap Battle League.
Might get them on a future episode.
Yeah, for sure.
I want a rap battle. Nigga, hit me up.
They started that out here because it's really taken off because with URL that's had a very long run in the game. So
I'm watching this.
Yeah, exactly. Shout outs to Smack because
caffeine, all that.
All of that. They've been doing
shit costs now, man. That ain't gonna lie. I'm used to
because
YouTube.
Because you gotta look at it. It's became like a new phenomenon to the world.
True.
That
it's
battle rap was more so to the streets. Like we knew about it because it was a part of our culture. It's a part of rap. It's part of hip hop. But now that the times have changed. We have social media, we have cameras, high quality cameras to where now you can record these battles live and they're becoming very live events where you gotta buy a ticket.
Yeah.
It's not just like we just spread the word around. No, we talk about they have a facility, whatever they're hosting it at, and you buying a ticket and people are coming out like it's a full blown concert.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the end of the day, they are performers though.
Yeah.
They're putting on a show.
Entertaining people. That's what it's all about. This shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into. I checked out your website. You're the CEO of the Groovy Tribe.
Yes, Groovy Tribe.
Speak on that for a little bit.
So Groovy Tribe started through a conversation I had with my sister. I had a whole different name for my clothing. I don't even remember it now because it was just like I threw that away. But I said tribe because for me personally, as far as melanated people, knowing your roots, knowing from where you come from, because that's really powerful. It puts you on kind of a different path, and it changes your mindset. Because when you know where you come from,
you know where you're going.
You know where you're really going. If you have no knowledge of self, you're gonna be pretty much a lost soul.
Yeah,
but
follow any trend.
Exactly. And then, coming from an old school household, like I said before, she said groovy, and I was like, ooh. Put the words together, and I was like, Groovy Tribe. And with a fresh idea, a new thought, you got to say it to yourself a couple of times because it'd be like,
stick.
Okay, yeah, that stick. I like that. And it just, stuck from there, really. And it's still a brand that I'm still building. I'm actually going on my 3rd year now in business. So thank you. I appreciate it, man. And business, I mean, it's not easy because obviously a lot of people are scared to even try to start a business. Yeah. But at the same time, let's be honest here. It goes back to what I said earlier about social media. In this time that we're living in, the digital age, it is easy because even children can make 6 figures and we're grown ass people. We're not even touching that kind of money, but they're over here making content about toys or whatever the things that kids like now these days. They are literally making 6 figures off of it.
True.
Children we haven't even been on Earth long enough.
We was the last of that generation. We was last of that generation to where like the people before us, they was all like, don't do social media, don't do that, don't do that. They're part of something where everybody's like for it. We kind of like we was kind of stuck with we listened to our elders and then they was all like.
But at the same time, look at it like this.
But it was a blessing though because you see how dangerous it is and shit too.
True. There's always pros and cons to it. There's always like the good side and the bad side, but it depends on what you're focusing on.
Yep.
But I was gonna say, if you look at video games, of course you like playing video games. Who didn't? You got the Sega, you got the Nintendo 64, all of that back in the day.
Yep.
So they would tell us like, oh, get off that game, yada yada yada. But you can make money off of playing a video game now.
Literally, scholarships to college.
They have leagues for that. You
making bread. They got leagues. It's crazy now, but it just goes to show you that in the time that we're living in, it's so much innovation.
Yeah.
Stuff is constantly changing fast at a very rapid pace. Because especially with the internet, when the internet was first created, obviously by black men.
Yeah. Don't give us that credit. Give us that
Don't
credit.
get it twisted now. We come from greatness.
Yeah.
But yeah. So once that was created, right, we got the world at your fingertips now. Because who would have ever thought you got this old school house phone, landline.
So let me just take this with me.
But now you got a camera.
Got a camera.
Now it's touchscreen.
Now
who would have
it's a
ever thought
calculator.
that?
Yeah, that
calculator
was
and all.
everything.
True.
So
He started off with them big block phones, so nobody ever thought it was
A
ever
suitcase
gonna
with
get
the
this far.
look with the antenna on it, like, hey man,
Motherfucker used
yeah,
to
I'm about to
be
pull up.
huge.
Yeah. But now, like I said,
Beepers.
man, the beepers.
Pay phones. Pay
I
phones.
stayed with a beeper. I never had a phone. My mom gave me a beeper when I was in 5th grade. And if I had a beep, I had to go find a payphone outside my school.
Hell, even the phone can help you navigate on where you need to go.
True.
It's
No maps,
crazy.
no nothing.
But at the same time, we live in an age where it's easy to start a business and you can really get things out there. Like whatever you're trying to promote, you can really push it out there. You don't necessarily have to have the high quality camera, at least not right now.
Nah.
The real game is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to content, consistency is key.
True.
Because over time you're gonna get better, you're gonna learn new skills, and then when you get your money up, you know, you may be able to invest into like whatever startup camera you have, and then kind of go from there. But you're building a brand around it, whatever you're doing, and if you having a return on your investment, now you can get all the high quality stuff that you always dreamed of. But at the end of the day, it comes down to consistency. In the day and age we live in, it is easy to do.
True.
We have everything at our fingertips, literally.
Yeah.
Your phone can do it all. You can make money off your phone. You don't even need to clock in at a job. That's how
Yeah.
crazy the times that we live in now.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, let's pivot back to your music. Now, what would you say your true meaning behind your songs and the music that you make? What's your meaning behind it?
It's just the overall human experience. Because some of the songs that I create are not always about me. It's also about people around me. People that have told me secrets, told me certain things that they never told no one else.
Yeah.
Or they didn't know how to express it. Even though they told to me, but I found a way to utilize what they told me and put it into poetic words, I guess you can say, on a beat, and bam, there you go. Because at the same time, we're human, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna downplay no one that makes music, because even though everybody and their mama and their cousin next door never think they can do music, but hey, that's just me. Not everybody can do it. But I'm speaking on the human experience, especially for me as a black man, because like I said earlier, I wasn't raised in the hood. I was raised around the hood, so I'm not getting goofy. So I have the best of both worlds of academia and street smarts at the same time. So I just speak on where I come from and from my experiences and others around me.
Kind of like Kendrick Lamar type thing.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. All right. Now, so you have that. Now, would you say your music that you make is more or less for you and people just, they embrace it, they listen to it, or is it music that you make for the people?
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Because like me, when I write my music, it's always off of a mood. Because even when I listen to beats, like it has a certain tone to it.
Okay.
So if a beat has like a, how would I explain? If a beat like says, I said earlier, that song that I have that's not released, it's on my upcoming album, New Kid on the Block, you dig? It's called Hood Politics. It has a very West Coast bounce to it. Because it's paying homage, I'm from the West Coast.
Definitely.
And I have a lot of West Coast influences from Snoop, Pac, NWA, many of the greats that are either still alive, still doing their thing right now. I mean, from that to I might do something that's more soft, like R&B. And I love R&B music. I grew up listening to R&B and soul music and blues and jazz. So there's a lot of combinations when it comes to me writing my music. It's all based off of a mood, just depending on the mood at that time.
It's not bad, not bad.
Oh, yeah. I think it was the first time I saw you perform. It was at like one of the mixers that they had at the Cowell campus.
Yeah.
I met you up there. And like I said, everybody had a very good reaction to your response to your music and stuff like that. I know like D-Rock had just talked about that, but how does that feel like? Because you make music for yourself, you know what I mean? Like this is how I feel about like when you see other people have a positive response to your music. How does that make you feel as an artist?
As an artist, bro, words almost can't describe how it feels, because right now for me, when I see people like really rock to my music, because I know when it's raw. And I've been told many times, excuse me, I've been told many times over, from when I've done opening performing acts for major artists, open mics, stuff of that nature, where they start nodding their head because the beat alone already captures their intention.
Yeah.
I can literally sit in my room for hours listening to beats. Yeah. But the beats that resonate with me, I know the crowd will like. So when I'm like, oh yeah, this is hard, now I gotta find the right words to put on this beat for them to really rock with it. So then when they're like this, all right, and then when they start listening and I'm saying it so clear, they're like, yo, this is fire. I just came back from a show in San Jose. That was my first time performing out there. Everybody that was there, I didn't know nobody except for like the main person that put on the show because it was his birthday. I met him in Oakland from Trap Art, and he just invited me and my homeboy and was like, all right, bet. So we slid, and the reaction after I got done, they was like, yo, like, bro, you're fired. So I'm like, hey, like I said, me being humbled that I am, I don't let it go to my head either. But I know, I am fucking raw.
Hell yeah. That's
it is what it is. So
that's how you gotta do it.
So how far are you trying to take your music thing?
Are you looking at it signed, or you want to do independent? What's your goal?
I look at it like this. To get to a point where I'm on their radar, to where they're coming to me, I now have leverage. You came to me, not me coming to you. Because it's not like the 90s where it's really based off of talent. It's not even that no more. It's really, are you marketable?
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Can we market you? Oh, yes. I'm very marketable for sure. Yeah. I'm funny as hell, because even when I perform, it's almost like coming to a comedy show. I'm not a comedian, but I make folks laugh, and that's just me being me. But then when I start rapping, it's like a 360 shift. It's like, what the hell? He just turns it on and off? Yeah, that's just a part of me being me. I'm not necessarily like, oh, I'm trying to sell you an image. No, I'm telling you who I, like, this is me. This is me as a person. Yeah. Fuck the music. Fuck with me as a person outside of this, because I also have a clothing brand, right? And I do my own events under my clothing brand as well. Fuck with me as a person. So then you get to really kind of know me a little bit. I ain't going to tell you everything. I'm telling you what I allow you to know, but at the same time, just like I said, just fuck with me as a person. That's all.
Facts. What type of events do you throw? You just said you do throw events?
I throw my own poetry event. Okay. I do it every once a month. Right now, I'm just planning it out for this year on when I plan on kickstarting it again. But it's been pretty successful. I've been doing it for like the past 6 months.
Oh, nice.
And it's just really capturing the talent that's in our city. Because, let's be honest here, there's a lot of dope talent in Sacramento. True. Even though we're the capital of California, for people that don't know, Sacramento is the capital of California. It's not the Bay Area.
It's not LA.
It's not LA.
Not one whole thing.
It's not San Diego. Even though, not to put it past those cities, it makes sense. Those are faster paced cities. They're big cities. They're tourist attractions. Sacramento's not necessarily that. The only thing that goes on here is more so you can retire here and raise a family. This is a more family-oriented city.
Oh yeah, they put the focus on government. They put the focus on government and stuff like that.
And then a lot of politics goes on here, honestly.
True.
So that's the only reason why we get the title of being the capital of the state that everybody wants to come to. The nice state that has all the nice weather and stuff in Hollywood.
True. That is true. We are that spot.
Yeah.
That is true. Now let me ask you this. So you rap now, are you also, do you produce, do you make beats? Do you work with other artists? Do you write for other artists?
No, but I have been approached about like songwriting and stuff, which is dope because it just helps me test my pen game that much more, because it's like a lot of great artists that have been doing their thing, we talking about probably like 20 plus years, if that, that are doing many things from producing, songwriting for many other artists that probably people didn't even know they were songwriting for. I mean, that's really where the bag is at too. But for me personally, I just rap. That's just what it is. I don't produce, but if I had the equipment, I probably would play around with it just because I have the equipment and I have an ear for stuff. So yeah.
That's a good thing.
You say you don't collab? You haven't collaborated, or you just?
No, I do collaborate with other artists though. As far as that aspect goes, like if I listen to your music, I listen to your voice and I listen to your sound. So for me, it takes a while for me to actually to find the right beat that complements both of our styles. Because me personally, like, I'm really dissecting how you sound, your flow pattern on different beats, what kind of beats you like, and your tone of voice. As opposed to me, I'm very versatile. But if I can find something that complements both of us, it's a win-win situation. Because when you look at it like this, we do it every day. When we listen to other artists, you hear somebody on the song of your favorite artist and you don't know who they are, but they gas the verse. You're like, who is this? And what are you going to do? You're going to research them. Because as soon as you look at their name, all right, I need to go find out what more their stuff I can find. That's how I look at it for me. So it has to be, you know, a win-win situation for both parties.
Okay, yeah, facts. That makes sense. That makes total sense. You just don't want somebody capitalizing off of you. Just don't want to capitalize. It's got to be a collaboration. It's got to be a collaboration.
Yeah. Because, I mean, how I look at it, if, or when, not even if, but when artists start to approach me for more collabs, just know I plan on gassing the verse and I'm going to outdo you on your own song.
Love the confidence. Love the confidence.
That's how you should feel.
That's how you should feel.
I want to
Where
make
you did, I gotta go back
again.
That's how it was. Because that's how it was like this year. Like even with comedy, I was like, I don't give a fuck if I bited the bullet or if I go at last. Nigga, you don't want to fucking follow
somebody
me.
up. That's
Yeah.
right. That's real.
Yeah.
That's true. That's how you're supposed to do it. Now that's good.
That's how you really get discovered. At the end of the day, I want you to damn near go back to the studio like, damn, this fool done outdid me on my own song. I gotta rewrite this. But that makes the song probably even better because now whatever it sounded like before, now you made it like, nah, I gotta rewrite this. Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
But at the same time, I mean, there's only a certain amount of people that really still listen to bars like that, as opposed to they just like, oh yeah, this got a nice little bounce to it. Like I like this song. That's cool. But I'ma still give you some bars at the same time.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because music, that's the one thing I guess I've noticed that how music, especially with rap music, has changed. Like, cause like early 2000s, like, you know, late 90s, it was all about, you know, bars and, you know, storytelling and stuff like that. But then as you got later into like this millennium, like 2010s, 2015s, it started becoming more about like the producer. It's become more about the producer. They just wanted a beat that we could dance to and shit. Not necessarily lyrics. With you being a, you know, a lyricist and stuff like that, how you feel about that?
It's a hate and love kind of thing because I look at it like this. You have to kind of adjust to the times. One of my favorite artists is Kendrick Lamar. So when I started listening to how, actually between him and J. Cole, they're both my top two favorite artists. When J. Cole dropped the album K.O.D., his flow pattern switched. The beat selection. Because people that don't know, he also produces, but even the beats. But he's still gassing though. He's mimicked the modern flow pattern, but still able to drop bars at the same time. So you have to adjust to the times. You can still drop bars. You just have to adopt whatever the flow pattern sounds like.
He was speaking to that generation and shit. So
exactly. That's how I look at it. Like I said, it's that love-hate relationship though.
Okay. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up. So let me ask you this before we go. Who is your Mount Rushmore? Who's the 4 people? They can be people that you want to work with in the future. They can be alive or dead. Who are your 4 people that
like you
really...
Yeah.
Them your niggas.
Yeah, like we're on a collaboration track. Damn. He's going to spin a hot 16 with you. What thing is get in the booth and spin a hot 16 with you?
Oh my gosh. That's a hard one because there's so many artists, even the ones that don't get like really...
Big recognition.
Yeah.
3 stacks.
Man. Hey, no, he's spinning right there though.
He is.
Andre 3000 for sure because you know if he feels inspired to really like get on a track, that's speaking a lot of volumes on the kind of person that you are for him to even do it.
Yeah.
Because he said it in a recent, like, I think it was for Supreme or something, whatever he was saying that basically the reason why you don't hear him doing music is because he doesn't have that inspiration like he used to. So
that's true.
Yeah, but Andre 3000 would definitely be one of them. And I have to shout out to my cousin because only a few people know this, but my cousin Snoop.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Right. Blood family. Just dope. Because he's been in the game for so long, and I actually look up to him a lot because the man is legendary. He's still relevant to this day. People that are new artists still want to do stuff with him.
Snoop Dogg is the most popular.
Influential, everything.
Snoop Dogg is the most popular rapper ever. Like, you know, like, it may be the highest selling one, you know, Jay-Z may have grossed the most money or whatever, but when you talk about just, like, popularity, like, if people, you could go anywhere in the world that motherfuckers is gonna know who the fuck Snoop Dogg is.
Exactly. Got commercials in every different language. And he's done a commercial for every country. I'm like,
exactly. In countries that he used to be banned from, they're like, nah, nigga.
Come on back, you can do it again.
Come on up to Norway, nigga.
But yeah, Snoop is definitely inspiration. I mean, shit, I want to be like him. I want to be able to smoke anywhere I go. That's been like my goal in life. Like, I walk in there, like, you want to smoke? Hell yeah, nigga, let me get
I need my ass just walk up to that motherfucker with the blunt in my head. Like,
that's my goal.
Yeah,
you know?
But yeah, him, Snoop, Andre 3000. I would say Kendrick Lamar for sure.
Okay.
That's hard for you. Because it can always change. There's just so many artists that I do respect, either dead or alive.
Exactly.
But as far as impact, I'd have to say J. Cole too.
Right.
I got to. I have to have them too. Yeah. Because I look up to them both because their styles are different, but yet we can't say that they're not top 5.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they're the type of niggas, like you said, they're the dudes that they don't necessarily be in the streets, but they got niggas that's in the streets, so they understand how shit move. They roll with them. They understand that. So I mean, that's how I was raised. Shit, I was raised with, you know, I was not in the streets, but I had niggas that was in the streets.
Yeah, they was like,
Mom whooping my ass if I'm out there, though. I talk to you.
They told me straight up, nigga, you ain't built for this shit. Nigga. You the type of nigga that's gonna tell nigga, you tell jokes.
Facts. And look, I feel like that's one of the things that has been lost in the hood, where folks are not being like, hey, bro, go to school, do what you need to do.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You're not built for this shit.
Yeah.
They literally, because, I mean, we already understand why that's even happening, is because they're taking certain individuals that are really powerful people, I guess you could say, in their own way, in the hood, to where now you have fatherless homes, and you have these knuckleheads running around that have no sense of guidance, and then they're going to inspire the next generation, and then now look what you have. A bunch of lost people following sheep. Sheep following sheep. That's all it is.
Man, niggas is crazier these shit now too. They way crazier now. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, but hey, the hood got to protect the hood.
Yeah.
But you got to also transform the minds, because look what happened to the Black Panthers.
You don't do that.
Facts. So before we do head out though, we want to give a very special shout out to our sponsors, Simbi Tax Services. So if anybody here is trying to get, well, everybody should. If everybody here is fucking working this shit, what the fuck?
Straight up.
Yeah, if you out here got a job, you get a W-2s, 1099s, whatever it may be. If you got taxes this upcoming year, go click this link or call these people. Whatever this is right here, I don't know what it is, but once we insert it, you can call these people right here at the Simbi Tax Services. Get your taxes done.
Hit them up.
Yep.
Don't cheat your taxes.
Don't cheat your taxes. Yeah.
You're going to jail. But yeah, man, that was another episode of Funny Business Podcast with your buddy, with me, D-Rock the Mic.
With your D-Rock buddy.
As you can see, we here. We high.
Yeah, with your boy Buddy Rare, you know what I'm saying?
And we had our guest today, Kxezy, coming in and giving us a little bit of game about the rap game.
Yes,
we
sir.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Oh yeah, no, it's a blessing to even be here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not on no Hollywood shit, so thank y'all for having me. For real.
Yeah,
Everybody here blessed, man. We survived the fucking storm, y'all. It is.
Yeah, we are alive.
Y'all know.
I made it.
This is a flood. This is a flood for California. This is a very bougie flood. Like we got 3 inches of rain and shit, nigga, but we talk about we drowned it.
Yeah, for real. I was scared out there. I ain't gonna lie. Big nigga like me, I'm scared.
Said, nigga, if I got a room by James, nigga, this is a flood, nigga.
Hey, I'll just say this: ain't nobody got no real rain boots.
Nah, hell no.
I was gonna wear mine. I was gonna wear the rain boots. No.
Niggas got sneakers.
Not
They don't even have rain
We got
boots.
old shoes.
But I got waterproof socks on. I'm doing good out here. Yeah, never wear.
Our rain boots is just old shoes.
Exactly.
Look, forget the rain boots. I want to wear the outfit that you wear when you go fishing. I'm trying to put on
All the way to the top.
I'm walking.
Yeah, see, that's cool. But if you ain't got nothing to cover, nigga, all that water up in there just chilling. Nigga.
Don't worry, I got the jackets.
Niggas got the jackets. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all listening to us, man. Support black businesses, and we're going to support you back. All right,
Yes,
man?
sir.
Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir.